Yes. Jesus Christ. Goodness. It'd be something just to get started, you know? Going through the woes up in here. But we are here. You adjusting yourself?
I'm trying to just remain cute. Let me just go ahead and introduce everyone. I have a maple syrup and what could be red wine stain that might show up and rear its head. So I'm just going to go ahead. I had chicken and waffles earlier. So. I was at a rodeo for my friend's birthday. Ivana, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. That sounds nice. How was the rodeo?
It was wild. She got on the bull threw her. But we all had a good time, her sisters and stuff like that. It was cool.
It's always fun. That's always fun. That's always a fun thing to do. I see it's becoming more and more popular now, but yeah. I went bull riding some time ago. What was the name of the spot you went to?
I think it's like El Toro or something like that.
I'm trying to figure out if that was the name of the same spot in the city, but there was one in the city that I did a birthday party at some years back. I was working for Hair Club for men and women, and a lot of my coworkers came out, and that's the first time I had a tiger bowl, a jagger bowl, some fireball.
Okay.
Fireball, I'm Jagger Ball. I'm
like a Jaeger bomb? Like a Jaeger bomb?
A Jaeger bomb.
Oh, wow.
It's the first time I had one of those, and I was done.
Wow. Yeah, I heard those is crazy.
Yeah, that was a blast. I had a blast, for real. What's up, y'all?
Hey, everybody. It's Toni and Bri.
Yes,
We're back.
We are back for episode 2.
Yes, La Jesus, our next episode.
Yeah, man.
And we here. We having a good time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's my Trini accent. I've been practicing for a while.
I used to be good at that when I dated a Trini.
They're doing the highs and lows?
All the accents, the singy, songy.
Yeah. They sing. They definitely sing.
Yeah. You know, I learned how to cook Trini food.
You find out. What?
I don't know none of that shit now. None of it whatsoever.
I love their food. Their food is so good. My partner is Trini. He was born out there, and he came here when he was maybe about 9 or 10 or something like that. But his mom, she makes a mean palau. What?
What is a palau?
It's like a one pot rice where they have like
a
stew or like a chicken or a beef or whatever in a big pot of rice all together. They might throw some pumpkin in there. So good.
That sounds good right about now. Yeah, that's what's up. So last time we was here was Valentine's Day weekend. We kind of touched a little bit on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I gave y'all my crazy worst date story. Everybody thought it was so funny. I'm glad that I can laugh at it now.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely not laughing then.
I could imagine. Lord, I could imagine.
Well, how was your Valentine's?
It was actually very nice. It was very nice. I got these diamond earrings.
Oh.
Not even actual jewelry.
Okay.
You know, he had to give me a full talk about it. Because he was like, woman, these things, they cost money. He said, you don't go and lose it and just put it anywhere. Because I lose everything. So I got to talk. I agreed not to lose it and to be extra careful. They screw-ons. He wasn't playing. They screw-ons.
You can't take yourself off.
And we actually didn't go to the grill. We decided to stay in the house and cook for everybody because my mom was there, my sisters were there. So, well, actually, not we. He went ahead and he did his Trini thing. He went in there. He made a stewed chicken and rice and peas and potato salad and green salad with cucumber and thing. So,
nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really nice. And then my dad came and bought cupcakes, Valentine's Day cupcakes. That was cute. We had a cute little thing in the house.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Shout out to the ladies. That's what's up.
What about you? What you was up to?
I was chilling.
I know that's right.
I was chilling.
I should invite you over.
It was very quiet. Actually, me and Roselle what were we doing, Roselle? We was doing something on Valentine's Day.
I did.
I think we was at the supermarket or something. You know what I'm saying? That was my Valentine's Day. Nah, it was quiet. It was cool, you know.
We watched some movies.
What y'all watched?
What we watched?
What was the name of that movie?
It was a Netflix movie?
Yeah, something from the Fat Boys was in there. I fell asleep.
Oh, Crush Groove.
Yeah.
Crush Groove?
Crush Groove. We watched Crush Groove. We sure did. Why did we watch Crush Groove? Shout out to Crush Groove because this is, hip hop's 50th anniversary. Happy birthday to hip hop.
Wow.
And happy anniversary for hip hop being around for 50 years. And,
That's
for those
huge.
that know or don't know, I'm a big hip hopper. Like your favorite hood chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I do my 1-2. So all things hip hop, I'm all for it. So shouts to hip hop, 50 years. I remember when they were saying that hip hop was not going to be here.
That's crazy.
Too long.
That's crazy. So you remember the parks?
All right, now I'm not that old. Don't. I'm not that old, but yeah, I remember the parks. I used to.
Yeah.
I used to frequent the parks too. I did. But yeah, I remember the parks. I remember the DJs coming out, setting up.
Greasy. That's the greasy era.
Mm-hmm, from East New York.
Okay.
Bama side.
Wow.
So the DJs used to come out and set up in, the park. And, they used to get busy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody used to come outside, whether shootouts happened or not. It didn't stop nobody from coming outside.
Right. That's not crazy.
Yeah, and it was dope to see. It's I feel I'm really proud to be a part of hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm really proud to be able to say that I grew up with hip hop, and I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love this shit. I love how it's growing, and wherever it's going, like we gotta continue to support it. And it's one of the biggest. It is the biggest genre of music in the world right now.
About that. We definitely could.
They're using that in everything.
Everything.
I definitely feel like we're being used. Maybe a little misused too. So we definitely have to get it together and take this shit the fuck over. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back into the hands it's supposed to be in.
Yeah.
But shouts to us. Word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts to us. Shouts to hip hop. Like it's exciting. Like there's so many events that's happening. I actually just saw Kev Lawrence in the lobby.
Okay, yeah.
Outside, that was Kev. That was behind the camera. Shouts to Video Music Box. He's part of the Video Music Box family.
Okay, shout out to Kev.
So it's just dope. It's just dope to see what's going on. Video Music Box is actually having an event this Friday, a fashion event.
Ooh. That's
commemorating the 50 years of hip hop. So there's a lot of events that's going to be happening throughout the year to celebrate, the
50th. Yeah.
The 50th. I believe there's a cruise with Rock the Bells.
What? What?
There's a cruise. All the old biddies going to be on that cruise. All the old biddies going to be on that.
You outside?
I'm always outside.
I know that's right. Yeah.
Traffic for the streets. Traffic for the streets. For real. But yeah, shouts to hip hop.
So who you feeling right now, like hip hop wise? Like what you feeling about female rap? How you feeling about everything? Where you at with it?
I don't know. Right now, female rap, I'm very happy to see that it is growing. There are a lot more women who are busting the doors open. I love to see that. I just want to see a little bit more variety.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the only thing is that everybody is pretty much on the same wave.
Yeah.
So it's a bit redundant.
Yeah.
There's no creativity in that. So I believe we're lacking a lot of that. And it's not that there aren't any women in rap out there who's bringing the creativity and bringing all of that. It's just that, because we're not necessarily on that wave.
Yeah.
We're not really getting the look. But I think, things, everything comes full circle at some point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad at the women who are doing. At one point, I was a little salty. Like, all right, this way, everybody fucking way, and people say they don't fuck with this. Now everybody on the same page, whatever. But now I'm like looking at it like, hey, some of the shit I like, some of it I don't.
How you feel about Ice Spice?
I don't know. I'm still feeling her out. So I don't know.
What about Glorilla?
She's interested. She's interested, but listen. do what you got to do because we don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? So she's interested. She's still interested. She's still growing on me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like it took a while for Megan Thee Stallion to grow on me, but
Mhm.
eventually, like I like her. I
Yeah.
fuck with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cardi. Like, you know, it took her a while to grow on me, but I like her.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll ask me about Ice Spice next year.
Okay.
Yeah, ask me about them next year. I'll tell you.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
but listen, I wouldn't mind having them come through on Rap Sis though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we chop it up there. Let me hear a little bit more music. I want to hear you actually rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, outside of any music. I want to hear you spit for real. You know, so
Mhm.
yeah. Ask me about them next year.
You got an opinion on Lola Brooke?
I like Lola. I like her energy. She's such a small person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like what she come with.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's cool. She's Brooklyn.
Very much.
She's Brooklyn. I like that
Gotta
Brooklyn,
love that.
aggressive Brooklyn attitude.
Mhm.
And, you know, she's definitely still about the borough. So
Yeah.
I fuck with it. I
Mhm.
respect it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the best MCs come from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that.
Word.
Yeah,
Word.
we go with that. Yeah.
So last week was also the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And
Yeah. With
last
Rihanna
week-
and Ting. It was
with
Rihanna's
Rihanna.
show. Everybody said it was.
The Rihanna Bowl.
It was the Rihanna Bowl. Yeah, and
was a Rihanna
featuring
Bowl.
a little bit of football.
Mm-hmm. A
Yeah.
little bit of spandex shorts and tight butts.
So how did you feel? What were your thoughts on everything? Because I definitely got thoughts.
I didn't really watch it.
Really? Oh, okay.
I didn't really watch it. Well, we were here for one. You know, we were recording, so I didn't really watch it. I saw a lot of different clips via Instagram. So it was cool. I don't feel Rihanna is a great performer, so I don't really get into her performance, but I like her music, you know, and I like her.
Yeah.
So, you know, but the show was cool. It was a whole bunch of dancing. Like, the dances disguised that there was nothing really much going on. You know what I'm saying? So, for that, I mean, you know, it was cool. It was cool. I was trying to understand whether or not she was paying homage to Kanye.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about too in the house.
Or was this more of some type of satanic like ritual, you know, what was happening, you know? So I was just trying to understand what was the meaning behind the you know, the performance, the costume. But I don't know. I feel like I get a lot of Kanye in that because I remember Kanye doing very similar.
Yeah.
He had on the red suit. I remember, you know,
being raised the platform thing.
Yeah. So if that was the case, then I believe that, you know, I feel like that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And she still stands with him if that was the case. You know. But yeah, I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, I think I had a similar feeling. First, every time I watch anything that's fed to the masses, I just be like, what? So what is this really? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you take the surface level. You know what I mean? You take that in, and then you try to dig to see what else is going on in there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just. I'm like, all right. I feel like at this point, I'm beginning to get exhausted with having to
decipher, right?
Oh my God.
That's how I feel.
Yo, with everything, I just feel like Dan can't get a break. Somebody can't just be up front, like just be, you know what I mean, face front about it. You know what I mean? But I did feel the same way. I felt like, you know, the 172 dancers.
Was it 172?
I don't know.
Possibly
But it
could have
felt
been,
that
right?
way, yeah.
If that, yeah.
You know, she had the squad of them. It did seem like a. And all the dancers was giving semen. And she was definitely the egg. Yeah. She was the egg.
See, that's another.
Yeah.
Wow, as soon as you said it, it just clicked for me.
Her being pregnant.
And her
like,
being pregnant, right.
And there's a whole nother thing going on, like, in the.
that's interesting.
Within, like, the spiritual community and, you know what I mean? And the conscious community, and not like 5% of conscious. And, you know, not like, 19 Keys, which I love 19 Keys, you know what I mean? Not like informative, conscious community, but like those people that just have hypersensory abilities and hyper awarenesses, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. There was a whole, everybody had a bunch of different perspectives on this, but all the perspectives linked up, you know what I mean? They all connected, and everybody shared that it was definitely giving sperm, egg, and some kind of motherhood ritual thing, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and she barely danced, which I understand, girl, because I get it. Was she marked like 6 months now?
Yeah,
5 months, 6 months? Yeah, so I get it. It was cute.
Congratulations to her.
Congratulations to Rihanna. Congratulations. You know what I mean?
ASAP Rocky getting busy.
I know that's right. I know that's right. She better go ahead.
Did you get a chance to see any of the reenactments on TikTok?
Oh my God. Now I gotta go look.
Yeah, their
Now I gotta go look.
reenactments are hilarious. I'm like, yo, black people, man, shouts to black
Oh God, Black Twitter is hilarious.
people. Just crazy, man. Don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they be doing the most.
The absolute. And I love it. Oh my God, I love it. I'm gonna go and check it out. Is there anybody in particular that you can think of, or no? Like, is it like?
I really don't be remembering a lot of these,
TikTokers.
Yeah, I don't be
Twitter.
remembering their names. Like, I see the videos and I laugh and I like them and I
And
just
go
keep
on
it
about your
moving.
business.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta check it
So
out.
there are a few that I actually do like, but the ones that I saw, they weren't regulars like down my timeline.
Okay.
So I'm assuming because it was Super Bowl
Yeah.
and people are hashtagging Rihanna, so they start to become populated and they come down your timeline. So yeah, I got to see a few. It was
Look
funny.
into that. I did find it interesting how the Super Bowl weekend, Rihanna's performance, and this whole UFO thing all happened within the same week. That's also so. I'm like, what do y'all want? Like, what are y'all actually trying to do? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't ever find any of this stuff to be coincidental. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't find it coincidental, and I do not trust this guy. I don't trust him. You know what I'm saying? This place, these people who be doing these things, who be running this stuff.
So exactly what is it that they shot down from the sky? So was this anybody witnessed this? Is this something that's on the news? I don't really watch the news. I kind of get I go online and I'll, but I don't watch the news.
Yeah, the news is a weird place. I just go there to find out what they're not saying, like to read between the lines and stuff like that. But to observe what they're feeding to the masses, so I can, you know what I mean, get the behind the scenes myself. But it seems like there were in fact unexplained or unidentified objects that were hovering around in multiple places around the U.S.
Mm.
Some of those were like that balloon thing. There was a balloon thing that was out here and then went down. Like they waited till it floated over water and took it down or whatever. But at first they were saying it was China. It's not given China, but I also really don't believe that because they said that they were shooting them down, right?
Mm.
Is that the U.S. began to actually shoot down the objects.
Mm-hmm.
So these are not alien objects. These are not like UFOs. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that the United States is purposely putting stuff up there and shooting it down, so that way they can control this whole disclosure thing that's actually happening. Because for the regular masses, you know what I mean? Life is going on regular, whatever the case may be. But for people who have heightened sensitivity, right, and who are progressing or evolving and elevating in consciousness, right, people who are taking advantage of a lot of the benevolent energies that are out here, right, people are actually being able to communicate with things without, just knows a lot of stuff going on out here, right? So, and the United States knows this. The United States has been on this kind of stuff for years, you know what I mean? And people used to talk about it all the time, you know what I'm saying? Especially the people who used to talk about that book, the Behold the Pale Horse, people who used to die for coming out, and people in the military who had classified access to certain things, who would witness things and see things and begin to talk about it, and then, and get hushed. And if they didn't hush, they got taken up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff is not like old stuff. This stuff is not new stuff. This is all old stuff. You know what I mean? They have already come out with documents, and they've already admitted and said, yes, there are, you know, basically saying that, yes, there are extraterrestrials that be here, okay? They already went out and admitted that. But now they're beginning to try to, I think that they're trying to control the disclosure that's happening, right? So if they can say that they you know, something was here, we shot it down. You know, we took care of it. And to rally this fear behind all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That they do with everything that they bring up in the media. I feel like it's just a control thing. And first off, how is the U.S. shooting down anything, any alien craft? What technology do we have
to do that?
To do that from the people who are giving us technology, or people from the beings that are giving them technology. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust them with a loaf of bread.
So
or jam.
Has anyone witnessed this? Was this like?
Well, from what I understand, the people in the middle. Well, people were witnessing it, yes, but then because the people who were getting things on camera, that's one. But there are people in the military who themselves were witnessing this stuff, and they're having to prep for certain things, and like they're prepping them for what do you call it? Like armed, kind of like that, armed and ready, like being ready to have to fight or shoot things down, being ready to have to be. I don't know. There's a word for that. You know what I'm saying? But they kind of getting them ready for if they had to do things like that. You know what I mean? Having units prepared. But so there are people in the military who truly did see this stuff and truly feel like, oh my God, like this is really happening. You know what I'm saying? So people are witnessing it, but don't doubt the U.S. Just don't.
What is happening with China that every time something goes down, China name comes out of it? COVID. Trump was adamant that it was from China. Now we have these supposedly blimps that's riding around the city that's being shot down by the United States because they said it was made in China or something, right? Like supposedly that's what the tag was on the actual things that they shot down. I think they're mad that China, you know, TikTok is invading the United States. And, you know, the United States is like a bitter woman. You know what I'm saying? The United States is like a bitter woman. So the United States is just mad at everybody. I don't know what's going on, but I think we need to get to the bottom of what's happening between the United States and China. Like, is it that the United States owes China or China owes you? What's happening?
From what I understand, China damn near owns the United States. From what I understand, the United States is no longer like, it technically isn't the United States of America anymore. It's a corporation that's been purchased by China through our extensive debt. From what I understand, and I think that they, you know.
I remember reading that.
Yeah, I think we owe China damn near everything and everything. The amount of things that America depends on China for at this point, you know, they can leverage us to points that we probably can't even fathom. You know what I'm saying? That's one. And two, China is also Big Daddy out here on Earth.
Big Daddy.
China's Big Daddy. They running stuff. They got a lot of power out here. They got a lot of power out here. We gotta ask. Listen, China running things.
We run things.
Yeah.
Things don't run away.
It's kind of scary. Like, it's very much what the hell's going on. It's just, you know what it feels like? It's just so much stuff happening at one time that we're unfamiliar with. It's just becoming like a clusterfuck, as they call it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to give a few shout outs because I've had some wonderful women in business out here who's been supporting me and my journey and what I do. And I've just had this awesome Black Excellence write-up for Black History Month with the Purpose Conversation podcast. Yeah, and it was really dope that there are people who take their time to want to honor me and highlight me, and you know, it's great to know that I
to be seen and to be acknowledged for who you are, what you want.
Not that, to be able to inspire. You know, that's always been my aspiration. You know, My slogan has always been, I aspire to inspire. So it's always nice to be able to inspire. Shouts to Juva, because Juva, I've known her. So a fun fact about ToniSteelz, I've been online since before anybody has been online. And the first groups that I was a part of in the early 90s on the internet was this MSN group called Hennessy's Hideout. And that's where I met Juva.
Wow.
So this is how long that I've known her. Never met her in person.
Wow.
So I know a lot of people from being on the internet for a very long time, you know. And she's one of them. And she's, you know, been a consistent supporter of mine since then. You know, just with my music at the time. This is when I was like heavy on my grind with my music, you know, and she's been, you know, a consistent supporter since then. And within the past couple of years, I want to say during COVID, I believe is when she started her podcast.
Okay.
The Purpose Conversation. And she has a story, you know, of her own, that at some point we will have her on the show and, you know, talk to her and have her join in on the conversation on Girl. She's actually one of the people who submitted a soundbite for Girl. So you guys will be hearing our intros pretty soon, and, you know, be some music behind it. So shouts to Juva. Thank you so much for supporting me and being a consistent, avid supporter of mine. And I'm very thankful to have been able to have inspired you to go on your journey and tell your story. And, you know, that means a lot to me because, you know, even if you just touch one person, you've done what you was supposed to do. And I understand my purpose, you know. And thank you, for real. So y'all make sure y'all follow her online, you know, The Purpose Conversation, hashtag, y'all look that up. And yeah, shouts to you, girl.
Yeah, shouts to you. That was cool. I saw that post.
Yeah.
Love that.
So it's nice. And, you know, we're about to sit down with Snap Noir East.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. That's another opportunity for us to sit and talk Black excellence. Shouts to Snapchat for having us, you know.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
and
we're excited about that.
When we get the footage, we'll be, of course, posting the footage for you all to see, but that will be coming up soon. So it's awesome to be acknowledged, of course, you know, but it's more awesome when you're able to, when people want to acknowledge you because they recognize who you are, what you do, what you bring, what you have to offer, and in some way that inspires them, that touches them, and that, you know, so it's an awesome feeling to be able to, you know, be in that position to do so. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to that, y'all. You already know. You see, I'm over here trying to use good words and speak nice and stuff because, you know, I could be Bill Hood. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely looking forward to that. Word.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be
fun.
I'm going to have to give me a Snapchat.
Yeah, you got to get you a Snapchat now.
I
had to. I'm on Snapchat, y'all. I don't know how this thing works. I don't know how to use it. I don't really understand the purpose of it. But
it's a little.
I'm on Snapchat.
It's different.
Yeah, and I guess when I figure it out, then I'll be Snapchatting away, I guess. But I'm on there, you know, and it was only right to do so, you know. It's to support the platform that is supporting us. So yeah, I'm on Snapchat, y'all. So y'all could hit me up on Snapchat at ToniSteelz. Don't ask me, you know, just wait for me to try to follow y'all back once I figure it all out, because I'm still figuring it out. I don't know if I'm sending videos to Snapchat or you know, to personal people. I don't know what's going on up there, but you know, I'll get it together one day. This is just another social media application to have to get acclimated with, and it's a lot. I'm already handling a lot of social media, you know, at the time. Shouts to scheduling your post. Shouts to all of that. But
Yeah. You question. Have you been like just on another topic? Have you ever considered like leaving America?
All the time.
Yeah?
All the time.
Is there like a place that you've considered going?
I've considered Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
I've considered Puerto Rico.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've considered Colombia.
Why those places?
Colombia is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Just for those reasons. The tropical, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the tropics.
Yeah.
In Colombia, I just find, I watch a lot of videos of Colombia, and I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know, and it seems as if the weather is always beautiful there too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's one of the places that I think of consistently is Colombia. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, why? For what reasons would you
leave the United States? Fresh air.
Okay, we can start there.
Fresh air, fresh land.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to grow,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and be able to have, you know, land and property, of course, and the opportunity to freely grow my food,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
garden,
Mm-hmm.
you know, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same. You know, that's like one of my biggest dreams is to get like a nice little 23 acres, you know what I mean? Little 22, 23 acres. And to build a beautiful, cozy house with like a nice dash of luxury in there. I want horses, maybe a little alpaca, just gonna spit on me.
An
You know what I'm saying?
alpaca.
Some dogs, you know what I'm saying? Some cats, bunny rabbit hunting. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want fruits that actually came out the ground.
Yeah.
I be grocery shopping with my partner, and we be in there arguing behind these damn fruits because he gets pissed off. He be trying to get annoyed with me because I refer to everything as like either real or fake, right? And so he'll be like, "Oh look, they got melons. They got the watermelons. They look good." And in my head, I'm like, "But is it organic?" Like,
Yeah.
it was probably grown in a warehouse in Queens somewhere. Like, we don't even know, we literally don't know where the hell it came from. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them be Chinese, because they love to import Chinese foods and fruits, and you know that, they could have made that in a bubble machine or something weird. So I'm so pissed off. But I've considered Tanzania.
Really?
Yeah, Tanzania, Honduras, or Tanzania. Honduras, because it's our ancestral land, and you know, we're already going to be able to benefit from there just off that rip, you know what I mean? So we have ties there, roots there. But Tanzania, because, well, before they killed off this president, as they always do, this guy dealt with COVID so well, you know what I mean? I really admire the way he dealt with that, the government there, especially at the time. I don't know about now, but at the time, you know what I mean? Prior to his murder during COVID, whatever. That, and then it's beautiful, like Zanzibar, Tanzania. Oh my God, it looks
I'm
like.
to look that up.
It looks like, you know, when you look at Bora Bora or like, is it Curacao and or Turks and Caicos and you know French Polynesia. It looked like that. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
You might have to look that up. That sounds beautiful.
Yes. So go buy your heirloom seeds now, because you already know how Bill Gates, you know.
It's going to be different in the United States come soon.
Yes.
You know, one of the reasons why I'm thankful that I can relate to being from a different country, you know, being that I was able to go back home and I know what back home is.
Yeah.
You know, I have the best of both worlds, but knowing what to expect if I decided to up and leave the States, I know what it's going to be like, you know, outside of the States, you know, being in a whole different country or continent, wherever I decide to go. So, yeah, I think about it all the time, and it's coming to a point where I'm like, yeah, I can just get up and go where I want to go, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because it's getting kind of crazy out here, y'all.
Next year we might be on the screen and not in person. You know what I'm saying? Because Bri done went to Tanzania and I done went
Tanzania.
I done went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah. But Honduras would be St. Vincent is another place too. That I thought about. Belize is another place that I thought about, you know. So yeah, I frequent a lot of stuff. I'll be online like, where's the best place to live? They have like this housing community in Mexico that
there's a lot
people
of expats
from
out there.
There's a lot of what?
The expats. A lot of people are going out.
Yeah, moving out there. Yeah, because you can live good, you know, and reasonable rather. And yeah, I see a lot of people who's enjoying Mexico living. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all comment. Where would you go?
Where would you go? Word. Leave your comments below. Let us know where would you go if you had to leave the United States. Because yeah, the United States is...
It's ghetto out here. It's really ghetto.
Something's happening.
And it's not going to stop. It's about to start bubbling. All the stuff that's going on. These derailments. Have y'all seen this shit?
What derailments?
There are derailments happening with trains with holding toxic chemicals being derailed. And like the trains are being destroyed with wildly hazardous materials.
You talking about like the A, B, C, those trains, the regular trains, or you talking about like Amtrak's?
Not Amtrak's, like those railroad.
The transport.
Transport trains, not passenger trains.
Okay.
And it's getting wild because I believe the first one was in Ohio, or the worst one so far that we've seen was in Ohio. And so a train derails, right? The chemicals go splat all over the place, right? In this little area. And Ohio hires the company who put the chemicals on a train to come and clean the chemicals up, like to take care of it. The company comes and lights the chemicals on fire. They blow it up. And so now there's this massive cloud of toxic chemicals in the air, right? Not just in the air, but like literally hovering over this little town, hovering over this area, over this town, and it's spreading. And people are beginning to have wild, adverse reactions to this thing. There's people's DNA is literally being altered from this thing. The animals are dying in this area. The fish are limp in this area. The dead frogs, dead fish. Dogs is dying. The cats is dying. You know what I mean? People got headaches. They lightheaded. You know what I mean?
Where is this happening?
This is in Ohio, and it's spreading. So it's from Ohio, and I've heard people in like Niagara Falls, which is not too far from where we are in New York. People in Niagara Falls are getting the effects of this as well. So it's and then this thing is not just happening there. These chemicals are being derailed. There's all these chemical plant spill things happening all around the country, and now we're hearing that they're beginning to happen as well in other parts of the world, which is fucking concerning.
Is this China too? Is China behind this?
At this point, I don't know what this is.
Sounds like an Erin Brockovich story. You seen that
What's
film?
that? No,
Erin
what's that?
Brockovich. Julia Roberts played the role, but there was, I don't remember what town that they lived in or what state they lived in, but they were living. It was families that were living close to a plant, a manufacturing plant, and they couldn't understand why so many people were being sick and with cancer and kids dying. Yeah, it was because of
the plant and all the stuff that they were releasing into the water and stuff like that, right?
So she went hard for the town. Yeah, and they wound up winning like millions of dollars. Yeah, good. Good. It's a good film. Watch it.
There's a lot of that happening. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Chernobyl. I haven't been able to see it because as an empathic person, I just take in too much. I'd have to go do cleansing and all that after that. But from what I've heard, it's giving Chernobyl out there. That's what it's giving in Ohio. You know what I mean? That people are going to be, the ripple effects from this is going to be, people are going to be dealing with this for years. You know what I mean? And it's only, been a week? We don't know what's going to happen to these people in 2-3 years, or their kids, or pregnant women out there. God forbid. It's getting crazy out here. I will say I wouldn't be surprised if these chemicals, because I mean, if the chemicals are getting stopped getting destroyed before they get to a destination. What if somebody's trying to stop the use of these chemicals in whatever they could be being used for? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what are these ridiculously harmful things getting put into? And someone has food. Food and...
The food has changed a lot in texture and size.
It's getting crazy out here, y'all.
Yeah.
If you're not eating the fruit at this point, you wishing death on yourself. It sucks. I love me a big macaroni and cheese.
So do I. Yesterday I was so tempted to, because I've been eating better, eating clean. So yesterday I was so tempted to go get me some fries and some chicken. But I wound up going to get me a veggie burger.
Okay. Okay.
Without the bread.
Really?
And I love bread. But I had it without the bread. It was wrapped in a salad, which was cool. The guy, I forgot the name of the spot that I went to, but it's on Ralph Avenue. But the guy was like, "You don't want any bread?" And I was like, "No." I said, "I'm doing my best to eat clean and try to stay off the carbs." So he was like, "I know exactly what to do." So he wrapped it in, in the lettuce.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was smart. I like that.
So he was like, "Is this okay?" And I was like, "Oh, that look good. Yeah." You know what I'm saying? Like, "I'll take it. Thank you." That was kind. You didn't just give me the fucking burger and a fucking piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? He wrapped it up for me, put some tomatoes.
Good your earring came out right there.
So,
that's cool. I love that.
These earrings keep coming out. They won't stay off. But, so that was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Thank you." And he was like, "No problem." And, yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yesterday I had a goddamn super nacho macho taco nachos, cheese, and steak. I don't even do red meat. I just felt for straight.
That's how you felt? It went down.
Oh, God. And then when my booties. And then when I went and I ate them, my body was horrified. Oh, my God. My body was like, no, I couldn't move. Like, when I say hard comatose, like, I was, like, trying to keep myself together. My baby was, Mommy!
Oh.
I was like...
You got the bubble guts? Oof.
Everything you could think of that's associated with that, the beans and the cheese and the steak and it tastes great, but it took me out. My body couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to stick to the fruits, y'all.
Yeah.
It's giving that. That's what it's giving this year. I feel like
absolutely.
This year, you're not gonna be able to get pretty far this year with your body if we don't start like. The last couple of years, it was nice to incorporate something healthy. You know what I'm saying? But this year, we have to shift. We have to change because you're gonna feel it. I can guarantee you. I don't wish it on you that anybody feel anything, harsh or heavy or negative in their body. But I truly believe that we're gonna have to make those shifts this year. Yeah, this ain't it. And I don't want nobody getting taken up out of here.
Yeah, y'all. So I'm starting my fruit fast. My juicing, I'm starting that. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I've done it before, so I know what exactly I need to do. This time I'm going to beef it up a little bit more. I actually stopped by I think it's called Farm Fresh, maybe, market on Ashford and Linden, where they get all the fresh, all the fresh fruits and vegetables and stuff. I stopped by there yesterday, but I got there a little too late. So the guy was like, "Come on Monday, that's when we're going to have all the good stuff." And I was like, "Oh, thank you for,
right.
Thank you." Fresh batch coming. So I was like, "All right, cool, I'll be there." So yeah, I'm going to go there and, rack up on some fruits. I still have like fruits and stuff in my fridge, but I want to get fresh foods, and juice them down. Juice them down, do my juices for the weekend.
Ever since when I gave birth in 2021, I was COVID positive, right? Funny story real quick. So I'm in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they give me my little Pitocin and my epidural, and I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, to get this baby up out of there. And, the doctor leaves out. She comes back sister's in a full hazmat suit. I'm like, yo, you good? Like, is everything okay? And she's like, so you're COVID positive.
Protecting myself from you, honey.
And I was like, oh, like, and then it all began to make sense because they were asking me, you know, they always ask you when you come in, you ever felt it? Did you feel anything? Did you da 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 da?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, we're good. Mind you, the whole time I didn't even realize I can't taste and I can't taste, I can't smell, and I cannot breathe. I was shocked at the level of denial that I was in. But my body was going through so much that not being able to breathe, smell, or taste was literally the last of my thoughts. Like, I just thought, you know, well, the baby's up here on my chest. Like, the baby's taking up all this room. I don't, you know, my guts is up in my throat. That's why I can't breathe. No, I had COVID, and it hit me hard. Anyway.
We all were sick at that time.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. Let me just go ahead and say, I had the audacity to have a baby shower, okay? And I had a blast. I would not go back. I wouldn't take it back. Shout out to
the nerve.
The nerve. And shout out to everybody that came out and risked their life with me.
I risked my life, y'all. Roselle brought me back to life. I risked my life, y'all.
The whole party had COVID after that. Everybody ended up catching it. You know, somebody was a super spreader. That's what it was. Somebody had lungs of mass destruction.
You know what?
And was in there breathing.
And when I find you, I'm going to kill you. Yo, when I find you.
Let me tell you something. I had a blast. I feel like God really just carried me throughout that pregnancy, especially like those celebrations were just beautiful. I wouldn't take it back for nothing. Shout out to Kiana Caballero and her my custom gown that she made. I've never seen nobody with that one. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
But what ended up going down is that when I gave birth and I lost my sense of smell, right? So and sense of taste, and I've never been able to get it back. So while I have been developing the taste back, nothing tastes the same. Nothing tastes like what I remember it tasting like. You know what I mean? That's one. And two, with my smell, I can smell if something is like an odor, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's an aroma. I can tell if some shit stink or if it's good. Something is rancid or something that smells sweet, you know? But I can't tell what it smells like. Where the fuck was I going with that?
You were saying you were in labor with COVID.
Wait, damn, but where was I going with that? It was somewhere real good I was going. I took it all the way out there to the baby shower.
We was waiting for it.
I went all the way to the baby shower.
We was waiting for it.
The
but
fuck?
We're going to let you regain.
Yeah, we'll come back.
We regroup.
Because it felt like a real good point. We'll come back.
Get your thoughts together.
I'm going to call for it. I'm going to find it.
We're going to go get something to eat. Because Roselle cooked something for us again today. So we're going to go get us something to eat. And, yeah.
I'm excited.
We'll be back, y'all.
We'll be back. And we're back. It's ToniSteelz Bri. And we're here today.
Girl.
Let me just go ahead and start and let everybody know that I never got my thought back.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. I went all the way over there.
That happens sometimes.
Couldn't bring it back.
If y'all think y'all know where Bri was going with this story, y'all can finish it off in the comments. Yeah, and then we'll let you know if that's where it was going.
Yeah. When I watch it back, maybe I'll catch it.
And be like, oh, I know where I was going with that.
You know, a little earlier this week, we were on a highway coming from a party, a birthday party. Me and my sister, the baby, and my mom. It's like 4:30 a.m., right? Everybody feeling good.
Okay, Emery was out at you know what?
She was dancing bachata. She did her punta. She heard soca. Emery said, I said, yes, girl. Yes. She's in the middle.
Okay.
She does party. She does.
Nice.
So we feeling good. We're on the way home. You know what I mean? They sleep in the back or whatever. And me and my sister.
Who's driving?
I'm driving. And there's a car that kind of swerves up a little bit in front of the minivan that was just in front of us, right? Kind of swerves off, like, you know, somebody, like, they dipping in and out of lanes, you know what I mean? Like, look at this idiot, you know what I'm saying? Because the way they was moving was just, it seemed unnecessary, you know what I'm saying? Everybody moving at a good speed, so you being extra. Anyway, whatever. Maybe somebody's wife was in labor, whatever. So.
Yeah, you never know sometimes, right?
Yeah, I try not to judge because I just don't know. Just a pinch of judgment. Just a little bit of they probably stupid. Anyway, so we moving, and we hear another car. We like, oh shit. So I said, yo, look. I told my sister, yo, look. And it's a brand new white Mercedes Benz. Comes flying. Woof. And it's given that they was probably chasing, or like they was both racing each other or something like that, right?
Where was this? What highway?
This was on the BQE. On the BQE going from Queens into Brooklyn. And this person flies straight into where nobody is, right? Nobody can go either way. So they speed up to a point where there's no spaces for them to get over. All the cars is damn near lined up, 1, 2, 3, right? The person speeds up, doesn't slow down, thinking that maybe they're gonna be able to like slide in between a crack. You know what I mean? You know those people who be like, damn, I got like this much space to take. No, right? There was nothing there. So when they sped up and they got right up on a bumper of the next car, and mind you, they was going like 90 and everybody else was going like 60. So it was a quick few seconds. This person starts swerving, right? They had nowhere to go. Quick.
This is the white
Benz starts snaking, right? And it's all in a matter of like a quick second. They snake, they realize there's nowhere to go. They go this way, can't get, and they just start. They hit the car that was on the right of them. And when I say, mind you, these people are in front of me. So there's no cars between me and them. I'm one car length behind them.
Right.
Everybody gets in a car accident because this person, besides me, like, once I saw the white car, when I heard it, I took my foot off the gas and kind of gave it let myself get a little extra room. This guy hits everybody around him. He flips over like 2 cars. He ends up, and it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of young dudes. You know what I'm saying? Young niggas. I'm trying to clean my language, but no, these is young niggas. They in a car.
Nigga's a nigga.
Okay? And they driving 90, music bumping, doom, doom, doom.
That's what they was playing.
That's what it was giving. It was giving some kind of drill, like, you know what I mean? They was feeling it. They was feeling it. You know what the vibe is like when you know how that go. And so they hit the minivan, they flipped over a car, turned upside down, and they were on the car upside. It looked like they was about to go off the BQE. Like, I've never seen something like so.
Movie scene.
Yo, it was definitely a movie scene. We were just like, you know, immediately.
Yeah.
We was like, we thinking, oh my God, somebody's like head is like severed or something. Somebody bloody. Somebody could have died. Like, so everybody stops right there, like in that moment, and you know, a bunch of people, like the two cars adjacent to this Benz, they hop out. They checking each other, right? Immediately. It was like a fast, everybody try to like go and make sure that everybody in their cars were alive and then each other's cars, but nobody went to go check on the niggas, right? Okay?
On the niggas.
Nobody went to go check on the niggas. And it was like a Jewish family in the Honda Odyssey. You know they love those, okay? For the resale value, anyway. And then there was a Acura with a young white woman or whatever. So when we start peeling, everybody starts veering off to the side.
Young niggas hit white people.
They about to get it. They about to learn the hardest lesson of their life right now, because everybody there is getting checked for. Everybody is getting checked for drugs, alcohol, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to be able to check their speedometer because that's that part there. Everybody there is going to. And how many of them probably got warrants? Like, this is just how it goes. And you know, somebody's going to be able to check their speedometer because it was an electric car. They'll be able to see what speed that they were going. You know what I'm saying? So this car's upside down. As everybody's kind of peeling off on the side after a few moments, like they peeling and we begin to pass the car. The car's upside down.
But their music is loud.
Their music is blasting, and it's nobody left in the car except for one dude who's like crawling in there trying to get something. Like maybe his phone is like under the. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for his phone, and the other niggas. They out. They limping too. They hurt, bro. They hurt. Like, they walking down the BQE trying to hop off the exit because they already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be part of whatever's about to go down. Montclair got the what you call it? The feathers is popping all out of Sun jacket.
You know what?
He walking, and I'm thinking like, oh, like they made it. Like, first off, the fact that they made it They had to crawl out that car upside down, and they just hit it. They just hit it. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna go down for them.
There's
nowhere you can go. You're driving the car. Whoever's in the car with you, whoever car it was, like
it's a wrap.
You're caught. There's no sense in running.
Wild. And then this got me thinking. Well, one, it got me thinking like, well, my car is mad small. That if we were anywhere near there,
it would have been a wrap.
Yeah, anything we wasn't gonna get touched like them. We were getting like hit, like full on hit. You know what I mean? And they were on the side of that my baby was on. So we was like this. We was, oh God. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and
that's one of the scariest things.
Yo, it's really,
car accident.
It's really wild. It's really wild because immediately all you can think about is death, blood, hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Being pinned in, not being able to get out. Like a car accident is scary.
Yes, especially with like a baby or my mother. She has her own, disabilities and stuff like that. It could have got real ugly, but we was good. God got me, and I want to thank God for that. But I definitely learned a lesson that day, and that was, it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the moments where it was like it could happen. Mm-hmm. So I try to make sure I triple double strap my baby in, even when she want to yell, and I'm just going up the block like, nah, she getting scrap, all the scraps. Scrap meaning strap. Anyway,
shouts to GLZ.
Okay, and that got me thinking, right? That got me thinking about this time that I actually got in an accident myself. And it got crazy. It got crazy because we was fighting, y'all. Let me tell you what happened.
Oh, Lord.
So, I'm on a conduit. Let me remember. I'm on a conduit or whatever. I'm coming off the Belt Parkway. And I didn't know where I had to get off. Like, I didn't really understand. You know what I'm saying? But I had my mother's minivan at the time. I was probably like 19, 20. And I was
okay, shouts to Deanna with the minivans. Because honey had a minivan. Had a minivan.
Hitting the big body. You know what I'm saying? Catch me outside in the spaceship.
You was doing this at your baby say that?
I was outside pulling up to somebody's baby shower, birthday party.
What, the whole
the club,
gang coming? What?
The lounge,
everybody in here.
And the silver mini. Yeah.
All going.
So I didn't know I had to get over or whatever. So I realized, oh shoot, I got to get over. So I put my signal. You know what I mean? I'm like the person. Nobody wanted to let me in. So I started like slowly. You just put your nose in. Like fuck it. Like I slowly put my nose in. This is how you got to move in New York. You got to kind of bully your way. And hopefully, you don't do it hard. Sometimes there's a way to like be a graceful bully. You know what I'm saying? So I like slowly put my nose in. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to just put my nose in and, you know what I'm saying?
A bully nonetheless.
Okay, yeah, still a bully. You still got to get your way in there. Otherwise, you're gonna miss your exit. Got to loop around. It's gonna take you another 30 minutes. It's already 5 o'clock. You think you get home for 6:30? No love. You getting home 9 o'clock. You're just like that off the missing the exit. So I put my nose in that
exit.
Yo, the person who I got in front of was so upset with me. Like I could tell like her life was just bad. Like, when life just sucks for you and like things are hard in life and they're usually hard. Like I could sense that this person's life is usually hard, and I just pissed somebody who's already pissed off all the way the fuck off. So when I get in, I realize the person around me is mad because they like swing off into where I was at. And they start pulling up. And I realized, like, oh, shit, like, they're going to come up to me and try to look at me. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a weirdo because I smile for every fucking thing, bro. It's not that I found it funny. It's that I be thinking, like, the state of my people. Like, that's where my mind goes. I'm thinking, like, this is where life is taking me in this moment. How funny is this?
I probably would have found it funny.
I didn't.
You mad?
No,
You mad?
Oh God, no! I wasn't ready for whatever energy that this person was going to throw at me. I already knew what was coming. Anyway, Shorty pulls up. I look, and she's like, she giving it to me from the window, and I start looking. I start like,
you laugh.
I laughed. I was like, oh shit!
More mad.
I was like, she bugging. Yo, when you laugh at an angry person, something in their heart literally just flips like it's a switch.
They don't know what it means, but it's provocative.
Oh God!
Like the fuck this bitch laughing at?
She was like, this, I saw her mouth. This bitch think it's funny. Oh, I was like, oh fuck. So I just made it my business. Like, I'm not looking over there, and I just I get off the exit. I keep moving. Sis gets off the same exit. You know what I'm saying? I get off into the. I veer off into like this. Here's where shit got crazy. Is that now I'm on Linden Boulevard or whatever. I'm on Linden, and we going down. We about to come up towards like Cypress Projects.
You was in my hood.
Okay. I was in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One
The
of the
hoods
few
of
left.
hoods.
Yeah, I'm about to say one of the few hoods left in Brooklyn. So I had to get off into the service lane, and so I get off in the service lane. Well, guess who I get in front of? Sis. Oh, that was it. Like, it was very much, this bitch thinks she funny. Like, and you could tell that she thought that I was trying to intentionally,
right.
yeah. And that was not the case at all. Like, sis, I really just trying to get home. I had a little job, like, that I got from this little, like, daycare center that my aunt let me take her shift on. I had my little one day. I made, like, $70, and I was just happy I did that one to go home and lay down. You know what I'm saying? This bitch thought it was about her. So she starts snaking behind me. And if you know the service lane when you're on Linden, it's a one-way with one car. Like, you can't really squeeze up on nobody there. So I didn't know what she was going to do anyway. So I didn't want to pull all the way over so that way she can pull up, or I didn't know what the fuck was happening. So I just stayed in the middle, right? Play the middle while she's sneaking around me trying to find a crevice to get around. And I'm like, oh, she bugging. So we pull up. We get to one of the lights. And her and her mom's jump out.
Oh, no.
And they start coming towards the car. And I was like, oh, shit. I locked my shit. I said, oh. And I hit the light turned green, so I hit it. Right? And I'm like, let me turn the corner. I'm just going to get off. Maybe they'll, like, I'm just going to...
They got out the car?
Yeah, no, they got out their car and walked up to me. Like they were coming up to the car. Heated. They was hot. And I you ever, like, you know when you kind of can't believe certain shit? Like, I kind of couldn't even believe that. Anyway, because I ain't been in no static in so long. You know what I'm saying? So, they keep moving. I mean, they run back to their car, jump in, and come after me. I'm thinking, like, oh, if I turn the corner...
this is a mother duo team.
They probably been fighting together for years. You know what I'm saying? They probably been doing this shit.
Go get your mother.
Yeah, go get your mother.
Go get your daughter.
Yeah, and Cheryl and them come outside. Yeah.
All of the fifth floors coming down.
Yeah, right. That's what it was giving.
They part of that tribe.
That's what it was giving. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been in that kind of heat in so long. It was unfathomable. I haven't been in that energy around that in so long. Anyway, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna peel off. They bugging out. I begin to turn the corner as they run back. They run back to their car, jump in, speed off behind me. So they're coming. So here, this is what it looks like, y'all. They're behind me right here. I'm here. I'm like, F it, I'm gonna turn the corner to get up out of here. And I'm thinking, like, all right, me turning the corner, they'll, like, leave me be. I turn the corner, and they say, ah! And this, she just, poof. She's like
She
this.
hit you?
She crashed into me. She crashed, like, the nose of her car, it was a T-bone. Like, this lady literally hit around the corner, and she, like, turned the corner outside of me, and hit me face on. So you know how the street is like our cars are supposed to be going this way, the other cars are supposed to be going this way. This lady is like, she's like this. Her car's positioned like this. Her nose is literally facing the bus stop that I was at, and she just hit me. And then I have to, like, question reality. You know when you realize, like, you know when you have one of those moments like, oh, this is really happening,
right,
like what the then I immediately have to begin to calculate or I have to immediately begin to recognize what state that this person's in, like. For her to do that shit, like, she's hot, like, she's you know when some people get angry and they kind of, like, black out, they just let themselves get taken by anger and just do whatever the anger feels like it wants to do in that moment, right? She did one of those things. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I opened the door to go look to see what the fuck. I looked to look at the car, like, and they hop out fast. The door closes. They start coming. Bitch!
Nah.
Bitch! And I was like, oh shit. I jumped back in the car. I closed the door. And they on the window. Boom, boom, boom. Come outside, bitch! Open the fucking door! And I'm just like, and I do that thing again where I'm like,
like, oh shit, it's really about to go down.
Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. And I look and I realize my door not unlocked. And we had one of those, like, we both peeped it, like, and I went to reach and shorty, her mom's opened the door. Her mother opened the door. So her mother slid in between she's at the like the hinges of the car door, you know what I mean? Like, she's in there. So she's between me and my window, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? You trying to kill me? And I'm thinking, like, like, me trying to kill you? I'm realizing that they not even like, they just angry and irate. Like, they not even making no fucking sense. And this is
that's their immediate thought.
Yes, and this is beginning to scare the shit out of me. And I'm realizing I'm dealing with people who are not in fucking reality right now. They're just upset. They're just fucking mad, and they want to fight, and they probably like to fight. Anyway, so sis is in the fucking door. Like, her mother's telling me with her scarf on and shit. And sis is the girl, and this is a big bitch. She had to be like maybe at 5'10", 5'11", maybe like 200 pounds. And at this time, I'm a solid 105 pounds. I was literally 105 pounds, y'all. Very much malnourished. I was going through all kinds of shit with myself. And she was like, they both cussed me out in the window. I mean, not in the window, in the door of my car. Like, I can't close my door, none of that. It's them in between. And the daughter is to the left of the mother, right? Or she's next to the mother. So all I know was the daughter kind of reached and did like she said, son, bitch. She reached and pop, caught me on my head. I was like, yeah. And I mean, I didn't say that, but in my head. Anyway, I grabbed Shorty. I grabbed her. So now we in the car, we fighting. Her mother slides out from between the door. I'd have been driving
with that bitch in between.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Driving off of her. I drop you off at the next motherfucking light.
I wish.
Right in the fucking intersection.
I wish. But she was so big, I had to give her both hands. Anyway, and some feet. So
that's a fact. Okay. You getting all of this.
Yeah. And her, shout out to whoever did her lace front. Cause she had like a closure. She had her closure that was like sewn in. It didn't go nowhere. You hear me? Firm. And it actually ended up benefiting me because of that. So I got a very nice handle on her head. Anyway, I beat her head in. Ding, 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 ding. And I just, each hit I began to feel more and more liberated. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a different energy. When you have an altercation with somebody and they're originally in the wrong and they beat your ass, like, you have to go find a form of justice to even out. You know what I'm saying?
Out the playing
field. That's when you gotta find out what shorty. That's a whole other thing.
You got to go back.
But I didn't have to do too much after that because I beat her ass, so life was fine from there. Like once I anyway, let me finish. Let me fucking finish. So we in the car. Now my head is on the passenger's seat, right? And
damn, so she was all the way inside.
We were inside. We were laying in between the two seats of the front car. I hit him. Her lace on was on real good.
I'm so mad I didn't know about this.
She pulling my shirt. My thighs is out. There's niggas at the bus stop over the car like, oh. You hear the world star. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? And Rose was cracking up. Rose was cracking up. So I'm giving it to her, right? We laid in there. She laid on top of me. She's laid on top of me and I'm working her. And then I get a grip of her. And she was big, but her feet weren't touching the ground because she was laying on top of me. So she had no leverage. She couldn't really do nothing. So she just got her ass beat. I feel like God did that for both of us. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to thank God for that. Because I learned a lot. I learned a lot. You understand? I learned a lot from that moment. So she gets her foot to try to get back out the car. And I'm on her way out the car. Get the fuck off me! And her mother's like, get that bitch out the car! And now we fighting, they trying to get me out the car. I'm still giving it to them both. I get them back, grab the door, right? Yo, they go back to the car, immediately call the police and tell the police that I hit them, and then got out of my car, and then I assaulted them both. Like, they said that I got out and I attacked them. I'm looking, and sis got babies in her car, bro. Like, she got like like a 2-year-old and like a 6-year-old, or like a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old in the car.
So they doing all of that in the car with kids in the car.
Yo, she hit me.
Talk about road rage.
She hit me face on with her kids in the car. Like, and I'm processing, like, it took me a while to process what state that this person has to have been in, like, what their life is likely like for her to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, police get there. They, at this point, this is what niggas do. They're treating us and they're treating me like, but this is what y'all do. Like, do you really, what do you really wanna do? Like, you wanna press charges? I'm like, how does this work? Because I've never dealt with police. I don't know how that stuff works. Like, so I'm like, what do people do in this situation? I'm like, they both attacked me. Like, what do I do? Like, how's this go? And they're like, well, your insurance companies, you know, the car insurance companies, you can sue each other.
Karen.
Yo, they didn't want to do the paperwork. That's really what it was. So I told them, like, you know, they both attacked me. How does that work? Like, so are you going to press charges? And I'm like, well, yes. Like, that's how, yeah, sure, yeah. And they were like, but you don't really want to press charges on, like, the mom, right? Like, she's an older woman. And
yeah, she can get it, too.
Yeah, I'm just like...
Do you not understand that she wasn't an older woman just 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
She was Booger Shirley.
She was ready to square up with me. Word.
Yeah.
She was ready to square up with me. So, yeah, she can get it, too.
They both left them babies in the car. Honestly, I mean, child in danger. It's a whole nother... Anyway, so apparently they had a somebody who they know was a cop. So as we wait, and mind you, you know that whole process takes like an hour for the cops to finally get to you. So we sitting there waiting, staring at each other and shit like that. They cussing me out still from outside the car. I'm calling my mom. I'm calling whoever. Like, yo, I'm telling everybody what happened to try to figure out like what happens. What do I do? What do I do in the meantime? What do I talk to the police about? So now I'm taking my pictures. I had to be careful with that because I had to jump back at the car to take the pictures before. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so when the police began to come there, somebody who they know started like kicking little like the bits of evidence, like little things that were telling on them, little things, like kicking stuff under the car, and like somebody was like moving little things, and then that person came to like the police station. Anyway, all these people had to do is say, well, I'm pressing charges too, and that was it. So now me and this person I had to get arrested with this person. And to this day, I'd be so annoyed by it because I'm like, when I have to go get these, when I'm doing job interviews now, right? And I get nervous because I'm like, they're gonna run a background check. They're gonna see this, you know, they're gonna see possibly like a mugshot and then like not want me anymore. You know what I mean? All because this bitch just said like, well, I'm pressing charges too. Or because this person wanted to hit me and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like there's a part of me that feels like a victim, but the other part of me feels like. I feel like what I learned out of that was like, because I knew that I knew better because I understand, like how I have an understanding of people and people's minds and energy. Not saying I know every fucking thing. I don't know shit, but I have an idea of like when and when not to proceed with certain things. And I feel like I got the inkling of like, don't like let this person pass, let that lady pass before you know what I'm saying. And so I think I learned, I caught on a little bit more to paying attention to my intuition, and it was just a hard ass fucking lesson, but. You know, that was that. So we both pressed charges on each other, and then I dropped it because I just was annoyed by it. I was annoyed by it. Like I didn't have the energy to pursue nothing with this lady, this crazy lady. How about this? Now here's the crazy part. Here's where things get crazy. We still got open cases with at the time. At the time, we still have open cases with each other. I'm working for a company, and every day I have to call certain sites, to make sure that the staff members and the supervisors or whatever were on site. How about I'm calling the site and I'm looking. It's her. She's one of the supervisors that has to check in with me.
No.
Yes. And so little did she know, we was talking every day.
Wow.
And having cute conversation. Hey. She was sweet. When I say this woman was so sweet.
How did
she
you know
was so kind. Her name was right there. I have all her information is on our case information.
Wow, look at that. We
literally still have an open case. Well, we did at the time. We had an open case. And I'm looking like, this is not such and such. I said, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I literally held no more energy. I didn't have nothing else towards this woman. One, because I beat her ass. So I felt like it was an even, you know what I mean? I feel like I got my little...
You got your lick back?
I got my lick back, yeah. And it was even, you know what I'm saying? Like, not, even enough for me to feel like I didn't feel nothing else towards her, you know what I'm saying? So we talking on the phone every day we talk on the phone, you know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where I ended up getting a raise, I got a promotion, raise too, but I got a promotion to a different position. And in this position, I had to be physically in that site, right? So that was one of my sites, right? I was going to have a few offices around in certain sites. Her space, her site was one of mine, and then I had to have that conversation with the COO and like the CEO, like whoever was ready to move me. I'm like, listen, I can't do these sites, and they're like, well, why? And I'm like, well, I have an open case with such and such. And I'm like, what? Well, well, what's happening? Like, what kind of case? And I had to go into detail about everything that happened. They were like, well, what the
Mortified.
hell? They were like, why is she working for us? Like,
wow.
why is she working for us? And I explained to them that I was like, listen, she hasn't caused me any issue here. She does her job well. Like, I haven't had any issue with her.
But you see how that could have worked? Her karma could have been...
Yeah.
You see, that's why you never know.
You never know.
You never
know. You never know. I explained to them she has children. We don't have any issues right now. Like, I haven't had any, altercations with her. She doesn't really know that it's me.
Big bitch.
So, I'm like, listen, you can leave her there and just give me another site and, you know what I mean? We don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I pretty much ended up saving this woman her job in that instance. While still having an open case and still having to fight her in court.
Because that could have been a different way if you were somebody like her.
Yes, exactly.
Because had she knew it was you,
that
probably would have went a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how life works. You just never know who you're going to come across.
Wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And who's going to be the one to hold you down or look out for you or save you in any instance.
And I also am one of those people who believe that, like, I believe in karma. I don't believe I have to be the deliverer of karma. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have to decide how it happens. I truly believe that what you put out does come back to you. So in my case, I got what came back to me. I got jobs behind that. You know what I'm saying? I leveled up quite a lot after that. Like, life continued to go well for it went better and better for me. I flourished, and I think that whatever she was supposed to get, she got. Like, I'm sure that's how that worked. Now, the hard part about that shit with a lot of people is a lot of people don't piece together the fact that some of the shit that's coming, that they get, some of the things, the hard things or the bad things that happen to them, those tough things, those dark negative things, are the result of some shit that they put out. You know what I mean? So people still go on in life doing wild things and not connecting the fact that this is something that you sent out that's coming back your way. So I want to salute the people who have gone ahead and learned that lesson. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, it just keeps coming back and just coming back. You keep having to learn that lesson. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Karma is something.
Mm-hmm.
Karma is definitely something. You definitely... That's why I feel a lot of people who do bad things, what we consider bad things, they do a lot of great stuff to kind of offset, that bad. Like, for instance, drug dealers back in the days, they fed the community. They did, drives to, give back to the community because what they were doing at the same time was...
To the same community.
To the same community. So you do just as good or double the good, than the bad. So it kind of evens out, I guess, for the most part,
Mm-hmm. Did you, I don't know if you ever heard about that, they say, like, the rule of karma when it comes to people who do shit in your face. I remember, like, the guy, that Andrew Tate guy, he was saying how when it comes to, like, Balenciaga and these, like, satanic people, brands, whatever the hell it is, right? That what they'll do is, I hope they can't hear that. They can't hear that, right?
I don't know.
There's a radio going on in here. Anyway. And so what this guy was basically saying was that these people, their rule, part of the rule of like karma is that if you are upfront with someone about what you're doing and they choose to know, and they being fully aware of what's happening, choose to proceed and participate in whatever that is, then you are no longer responsible, or the doer is no longer responsible in the same way as they are. Yeah. So the example that he gave was like, he's like, if he says, I have poison apples here, right?
And you indulge.
And you say, okay, and you eat the poison apple, you are the one who, it's suicide, you killed yourself.
Because you made a choice.
Right. Mm-hmm. But if he says, I have apples, they're clean and healthy, organic, and then you eat it, then that person actually killed you. Right.
So now you are deceiving.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what he's saying, he was saying, like, with these brands, Balenciaga and these people who put stuff in your face, right? He was saying, like, they put that karma, they put the debt on you, on yourself. You know what I mean? So, opposed to it being on them. Yeah. They don't have to feel anything because they know that they're completely in the clear as far as karma comes, and they don't have to receive, you know what I mean, backlash for any of it.
That's what the disclaimers
Yeah.
for, or whatever.
Yeah. And that's scary too.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Did you hear when the guy's like, Bill Gates literally did a seminar, like, you know, when he does it like a couple thousand people in an auditorium or whatever. He literally said that population control. He said that the population does need to be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he thinks that we can get it down. He said that with vaccinations,
Mm-hmm.
with you know, if we do certain things right with vaccinations, with the healthcare industry, with the food industry, and with what did he say? With like what Planned Parenthood, that kind of stuff, like whatever you call that, what is it when you limit the reproduction thing? Anyway, whatever. He basically said with those things, he said we can get the population down 10%. He said that shit in the auditorium full of people, and there are people out here who are still rallying behind. It's just this is a scary world we live in. They just being upfront about it, and they're being upfront about it, and people are still
don't believe it.
Yeah.
Eyes wide shut. Eyes wide shut.
I'm going to Tanzania.
I mean, look at the whole COVID situation. How many people it took.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, so yeah, everything is in plain sight. Everything in the news is in plain sight. Everything is in plain sight. But I guess we all just consume what we want to consume.
What is it? Cognitive dissonance.
Dissonance. Yeah.
Some things you don't want to have to believe.
Yeah.
It's easier.
It's easier to
if
just
you don't believe it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, girl. But I'm over here like silently burping and shit.
It was good.
We just finished eating. Roselle made something really, really good again this week. What he made?
He had made the jerk shrimp salad burger.
And multigrain flatbread.
Multigrain flatbread. Okay. But I talk about pan flatbread.
It was really, really tasty.
It was really good.
Really good. It's vegan, y'all. So
it was vegan shrimp, yeah.
Shrimp from the sea, as he would say. It didn't swim. It didn't come from water. It's made from cassava. What did you say it was made from?
Cassava, pea protein, sea salt, and
You said it swam in sea salt.
I'm crying.
He said the only seed that you would get is
the sea salt. That's it.
It was good.
So it was really good. It's really good. I still be a little confused by some of this stuff. Shrimp, but not shrimp. You know what I'm saying?
Shrimpish.
Shrimpish. It's shrimpish. Jerkish. So, but it was really, really good. We thoroughly enjoyed that. Again, I want to shout out to Juva, The Purpose Conversation. You guys make sure y'all check that out. I will have the information in the description of this episode, so you guys can go and follow her and check out what she has going on, and hopefully soon we'll have her here with us. And for those who are interested in submitting their soundbite for girl, we just need you saying girl. However you say girl, you know what I'm saying? When you with your girls, girl, whatever your way of saying girl, please submit that to girlpodcaster@gmail.com
to get featured
on the show. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in every week. We appreciate the engagement on YouTube. And make sure y'all subscribe, like comment, and share. Tell your peoples about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to come and join in on the conversation, again, email girlpodcaster@gmail.com. Me and Bri, we're going to be here every week, and we're going to be giving y'all the source. We're going to be talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be bringing topics and more stories. What you would have done had this girl pulled up on you on the side of the road.
Y'all was going to give her a bop, bop, bing, bop, boom?
You know what I'm saying?
Like y'all was going to skirt off on Shorty with the door open, like after the accident.
So y'all leave y'all comments in the comment section. And again, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay tuned with us. We here every week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So holla. And
thanks for watching.
ToniSteelz Bri. We'll be back
We're gonna see y'all next week, y'all.
week. You already know. Later.